In this video, let's take a closer look at the character of Sergeant Tamora Jean Calhoun. She's the fierce and fearless leader from Hero's Duty, a tough-as-nails first-person shooter game that exists within the larger universe of Wreck-It Ralph. From the moment you meet her, she stands out. Calhoun is known for her intense presence. She's a no-nonsense all-business kind of soldier who doesn't mess around. Dressed in high-tech battle armor and armed to the teeth, she's the kind of character who instantly commands respect. But what really makes her interesting isn't just her tough exterior or combat skills, it's the emotional depth behind her story. She has one of the most heartbreaking backstories in the movie. Before we meet her in the events of Wreck-It Ralph, she was actually set to marry the love of her life. It was supposed to be her happily ever after, but things took a devastating turn. On the day of her wedding, something completely out of character happened. She forgot to perform a perimeter check. For someone as disciplined and focused as her, this was a huge slip-up. But she was probably caught up in the excitement and emotion of the day. Tragically, that small oversight had major consequences. During the ceremony, a Psy bug, one of the terrifying glitchy enemies from Hero's Duty, crashed the event. In a matter of seconds, the creature attacked and killed her fiancé right in front of her. She acted fast. She immediately pulled a machine gun from under her wedding dress and opened fire on the Psy bug. She managed to destroy it, but it was already too late. The damage was done. Ever since that day, she's carried the weight of that moment with her. She blames herself for what happened, convinced that if she had just done her usual security sweep, her fiancé might still be alive. That trauma shaped the way she interacts with the world. She built emotional walls, became even more intense on the battlefield, and struggled to let anyone get too close. When it comes to her personality, she's honestly a really compelling character. One of the first things you notice about her is her leadership. As the commander of her squad in Hero's Duty, she doesn't just give orders, she earns deep respect from the soldiers around her. She's confident, focused, and completely unshakable when it comes to combat. In the heat of battle, she keeps a cool head and never hesitates. You can tell that she's someone who takes her duty seriously and doesn't let anything slide. But what really makes her interesting is that there's more to her than just being a tough soldier. Underneath all that armor and discipline is someone who's been through serious emotional pain. After losing her fiancé in such a sudden and violent way, she changed. She built a wall around herself, hardened her emotions, and became even more guarded. The guilt from that day never left her, and you can see it in how she carries herself, always on high alert, always ready for the worst. She doesn't easily trust people, and she's cautious when it comes to forming emotional connections. At the same time, she's incredibly resilient. Even with all that trauma, she remains strong and capable. She doesn't let her pain make her weak, instead, she channels it into focus and determination. She stays sharp, disciplined, and ready for anything. That resilience is part of what makes her such a standout character. She doesn't let her past define her, but she doesn't pretend it didn't happen either. Things really start to shift for her when she meets Felix Jr., the cheerful and good-hearted handyman from his own game.
Jiminy, look at that high definition, your face. It's amazing.
From the moment Felix sees her, he's clearly smitten, even though she's intimidating at first. And their relationship brings something new out of both characters. Her sharp, commanding personality clashes with Felix's optimistic, kind nature, which leads to a lot of funny and awkward moments. But over time, his sincerity and openness slowly begin to break down her walls. As their connection grows, you can see Calhoun start to open up again. She's hesitant at first, understandably so, given her past, but Felix's warmth helps her believe that love is still possible. By the end of the movie, they even get married. And this time, it's a happy ending. Nothing goes wrong. That moment isn't just played for laughs, it's meaningful because it shows how far Calhoun has come. She's not the same emotionally closed-off person she was at the start. Felix helped her realize that healing is possible, and that love doesn't always have to end in pain. In the end, her story is about more than just being a warrior or a leader, it's about learning to live with trauma, letting people in again, and rediscovering the parts of yourself that you thought were lost forever.